Hello friend and welcome to the channel. I'm Grandpa Goes Gaming and we're at Brands Hatch Indy Circuit for more 666 pp road legal car racing. If you're new around here, it's great to have you. If you've come back, nice to see you again. I did release my POV of this race in VR, which is also on the channel. That was a little while ago, but this is the full highlights. So sit back, put your feet up and enjoy. This is a 20-minute race with Batty starting on pole in his Radical. Look out for McFlurry, he had a great start in the first race and he's done it again in that Subaru, launching off the line like a rocket into that the first corner. We've got somebody going very wide, a couple of cars very wide, Fobbs and Grelly in the Porsches, both running out too wide. Chris has made it through in 8th. He's right in the back of Mackie, but I think he's just given Mackie a bit of a nudge and backed off as a result. Standing up close to the front, we've got myself on the attack against Tweetman. Tweetman right behind that Maserati of Kevman. In fact, we're through on Tweetman. Looks like Kevman's trying to get a little bit of daylight while myself and Tweetman are fighting. That Rampage, such an underrated car. Very twitchy at the back, but very heavy, able to carry a lot of momentum through the corners. As you can see here, Tweetman in the lighter, more agile car, not quite able to get the power down to get past. Kevman, how is he with that Maserati? Yeah, that looks pretty stable as well. Unlike, wow, Dr. Pepsi in the background, going out very wide. Tweetman going around the outside of us, and staying around the outside. We're going to stay side by side, try and power ahead of him. Tweetman not able to get that power down, and we're going to go for a move on Kevman. I think Kevman was just a little bit slow through there, gave him a bit of a tap and just backed off, just as way of apology. Wanted to get a nice clean overtake done, but this is much closer with Kevman than it was at Alsace. Tweetman also staying with this battle, so it's going to be a bit of a three-way tussle as we approach the first corner. Meanwhile, up at the front, Batty and McFlurry, these guys are having a bit of a battle going on as well. McFlurry there with the acceleration and the raw grunt, and Batty with that downforce. So it's hard to know where to look right now. We're going to look at what's going on just here because we're going 3 wide, and that was never going to work. Kevman manages to come out on top there. Myself and Tweetman once again on a side by side, and once again we're going for that move on Kevman that we didn't get right last time. And Tweetman with a big wibble has to try and just grab that, loses time as a result, and that is myself up into 3rd place. Kevman down to 4th, but Kevman probably isn't see that lying down. We know that from the first race Kevman has a lot of speed in the Maserati compared to the Rampage and the Mazda, so he's going to really be kicking it right now towards the first corner. Is he going to go for a move? I don't think he is. It's not a great place to go side by side. In fact, Kevman out wide there, and may have lost a little bit of speed. Tweetman taking advantage of that, going for the inside, going for 4th place, and Kevman shuffled down into 5th place. He's going to try and come back, go around the outside of Tweetman. Can't quite get through there with a door banging, but there always is when these two get together. And there we see Kevman setting up Tweetman for the move. Up into 4th, Tweetman with a switchback, and oh, that is a grandpa around and reset. So a bit of a disaster there. Like I said, the back end on this car, when you're putting the power down, can get a little bit sketchy. At the back, Dr. Pepsi mounting a charge against Grelly. Oh, Grelly bashes into him, and Dr. Pepsi sent flying. Somehow recovered it briefly, but now he's on to the gravel and reset, so that's an absolute disaster for Dr. Pepsi. Let's hope that elsewhere the racing is more fair, and right now the racing at the front is brutal as McFlurry does everything he can to keep Batty behind him, but McFlurry's gone very sideways. We know that in the first race he was getting himself sideways that caused disaster, and that has given him a penalty. He's just skipped across a curb, give himself a half-second penalty, and that is probably everything Batty needs to skip ahead. Batty surely now is going to go for the lead as McFlurry's car decelerates for half a second. Here we go. Top speed lost. Batty going to the outside. McFlurry unable to get back up to speed in time to defend that position, and Batty is ahead. McFlurry, has he got the pace to stay with him? I think he has, because this track should suit the nature of that Subaru well. Lots of braking, lots of sudden acceleration. But Batty, it looks like he's getting a little bit of a gap out. Where is he? McFlurry out very wide. That's not going to help his cause at all. It is a rally car, but this isn't a rally race. McFlurry rather, losing track of my ability to speak. As always, we've got some back markers up ahead. There's no blue flags in these races, so Batty's going to have to try to negotiate these drivers as the best he can. Whilst defending from McFlurry, we've got Chris Char and Dr. Pepsi side by side. Are they going to let Batty through? Well, no love lost between Batty and Chris Char. A great rivalry there. Oh, Dr. Pepsi going off. Down into 10th place, but Batty and McFlurry both make it through past the back markers. And well, it does seem like Dr. Pepsi is struggling a bit with that car. Dr. Pepsi isn't a driver to give up though, and he's on the attack against the two Porsches. There's the Porsche that put him off earlier, that's dispatched. Now he's also got Fobbs in front of him, and has he got the power to just sweep past? He has. So Dr. Pepsi makes it back up into 7th place. He's going to get on with chasing after Mackie, if he can keep it on track, which he does. Mackie quite a way ahead though, just being lapped by Batty at the moment. You can see how some cars are just tuned to be in an absolute league of their own in this race. In 4th place, Kevman has got company. That's right, I've caught up with him in the Rampage. But can the Rampage past him? Well, it's a long way up ahead to get to Tweetman, but if anything goes wrong with Tweetman's race, there's a podium place up for grabs. So both myself and Kevman giving it plenty. But can we give it enough? We've got a nice long straight here. Really seems up the best top speed. I think the Rampage is looking good with its pure grunt, but the Maserati there with its sleek elegance, both pretty well matched on that straight. We're not going to give him up though. We're never going to give him up, and we're going to hope that we can use some of that raw grunt to just force Kevman into a mistake. He's a little bit wide there. Kevman putting the car right where he wants it. We've got a slipstream behind him, but it's one thing to have a slipstream, it's another to actually get past the car in front of you. Kevman doing everything he needs to do to solidify that 4th place. We've got a car just up ahead. I think it might be Tweetman just approaching the first corner. But for now, Kevman just holding us at bay. Oh no, it's Chris Char up ahead. So Chris Char about to be a bit of an obstacle for Kevman and myself. Is he going to get out of the way? Well, he goes wide, but Kevman goes wide. We keep it tight. So two very different approaches to that corner. Kevman gets past Chris Char, does he? Chris Char really keeping his foot in, but that's the job done for Kevman and then myself. So the battle continues. Kevman there goes slightly offline. We're going to get side by side. Haven't quite got the power to get in there. Oh, too hard, too far. Both cars out wide, but it's the Maserati that gets away with it, and the Rampage is off. About 4 minutes of racing left, and we have caught back up to Kevman, who's been he's not been slow, but we've just been quicker. The Rampage rampaging its way back up to the Maserati. Oh, somebody up there in the barrier. That's Tweetman. That's 3rd place Tweetman, who's just slid into the barrier. And well, we managed to slip past Kevman in the confusion. Kevman in the Maserati down into 4th place. Tweetman suddenly all the way down in 5th. And I'm probably wondering what went wrong. I think a little bit too much to the right foot is what went wrong at that particular instance. Kevman getting bogged down in traffic at the moment, and that's allowing Tweetman there in the background to just creep up on him ever so slightly. We've got what looks like 1 lap remaining, and that 1 lap could be all Tweetman needs if Kevman gets flustered and makes a mistake. or even if Tweetman is just able to put in an absolute killer of a lap. So this one's going to come down to the wire between Tweetman and Kevman. Oh no, it's not, because Tweetman has just parked it in the gravel. So that wasn't what he needed at all. Meanwhile, Batty on what is probably his final lap as the counter approaches the 20-minute mark, and he's coming home to bring that radical victory. Here we go, the checkered flag is out. It's a win for Batty. Chris Charles finished 8th. McClurry most certainly going to bring it second. He's got a great advantage there. Great run, McClurry in the Impreza. I finished 3rd, a lap down in fact. Kevman 4th, Tweetman 5th, Mackie 6th, Dr Pepsi 7th. Chris Char is the last to finish yet, everybody else DNF'd. Well done, Batty, well raced. So as we anticipated, Brands Hatch Indy layout throwing up lots of action. I'm sure there'll be lots of action next time as well. I hope you'll join us for that. But until then, bye bye for now.